What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name is Asheron117, and I'm your friendly neighborhood Assyrian gamer. We're going to go through a couple stories today, a couple of articles. But before we start, if you like the content, if you like basically everything that I do, please like, share, comment, and if you really do enjoy it, subscribe. I'll leave the links to my Discord server if you're interested in joining. Anybody's welcomed. Honestly, the only thing I ask from everybody else is to be respectful. But yeah, honestly, if and I know this is a bit of a odd departure from what I've been putting up as i.e. Halo Infinite, but I'll have it back on as soon as done. I have actually a couple of videos I've recorded. I just need to kind of edit them and finish them up. That being said, we'll get started with the stories. As usual, as before, I'll just basically go through mainly just tidbits of the story. If you want to read the whole thing, watch the video or anything else like that, I'll leave the link to them, and you're more welcome to go through it yourself. With that being said, let's get started. So, Steam apparently has been blacklisted from China or banned. Not really quite sure, honestly, the difference between the two, but as far as I can tell, basically both are the same. This isn't necessarily a surprise considering the fact that China has been doing a couple of weird things with gaming, especially since they know, and this is kind of odd, honestly, because especially when they welcome other companies but they want to maintain control over it. And again, I guess that's not really surprising either. But yeah, this isn't necessarily anything new. Back a couple months, they announced new rule to where they limit children playing games and everything else. It was odd, honestly, like almost an hour or two, or 1 hour, 1 hour, and that's like I think a week or a month. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, this isn't anything new. But let's get to the article. Yeah. So, update on, let's see, what is it? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So on 25th so far, conflicting reports claim that this result of a DNS attack and not a deliberate ban. We'll update the story as we know more. Okay. Players in China are reporting that the Steam storefront and all of its Steam community pages have been blacklisted, meaning they are no longer accessible in the country. Back in February, Steam China launched with a much smaller collection of games on sale. This site is still up and running, but Steam Global, the full Steam site with far more games on offer, has been taken offline in the community on Christmas Day. So it sounds like basically more or less has to do with the fact that this is just Steam China, and more or less it's probably some of the games from their own developers, in my opinion, honestly, that have some on it. Because further on in the story I read, there's a game on there. I believe it's called. Let me see. Devotion, the horror game, infamously removed from Steam, because it has dispersion references to Xi Jinping, China's head of state. The current president. What this basically means for most of the developers wanting to kind of go into the Chinese government, Chinese market, it's going to be probably hard, impossible, or just they're not going to get in, period, whatsoever. Because if you read on basically more on this is big games basically like Dota and CSGO, they haven't been affected. I believe games like Monster Hunter World, basically big games, they haven't been essentially affected whatsoever with this ban. More or less, this has to do with the fact that Steam Global has been blacklisted, but Steam China is essentially still there, so they'll still be able to play some of the games. I mean, it's kind of discouraging news, because as far as the rules go, it's more or less towards children, but at the same time, we all know, obviously, children aren't the only ones that play games, and there are big reasons why some people do play games, but, that's neither here or there. That's their country. I guess they want to do the rules for it, but that's up to them. Moving forward, so biggest game basically for 2021, or at least soon now 2022. Most of the articles basically just talk about the fact some of the upcoming games, like for example Horizon Forbidden West. This one is, everyone that knows me, honestly, this one is special for me because I played the first one. I platinumed the first one actually. I've played it a second time now. I still haven't finished the second one, but because I've been trying to do it on ultra hard, and it's a new game plus ultra hard. And I even before even finding out what it was, I even bought the expansion for it. That's how much I fell in love with this game. So when I heard about this new one, I seen the trailer for it. I went batshit crazy. Especially the new trailer too, where they show the new tools that she has and everything. And I love it. Hopefully, I can try to finish the expansion because one of my friends told me is that it kind of delves into more story of some of the other characters on there. One particular character, and pretty much what it is. But yeah, I'm honestly excited for it. Mainly, what basically the story is talking about is the fact that this actually is going to take up a lot of memory. Not really sure actually, because as far as I can tell, Forbidden West will clock in at 96 gigabytes. Okay, that's a lot, but yeah, you know what? It'll be fine. It's a huge game. I hope it's actually lives up to its predecessor. All right, moving on. Nintendo asks you to please think of servers and create your Switch Online account before Christmas. Nintendo is expecting that the Switch to be a popular gift this Christmas. Nothing really surprising on that. I have a Switch actually sitting right over here. Okay, and the company is anticipating some server issues on Christmas Day. It's probably due to the fact that if you ever did get one on the holidays, which is actually what I did on this one, it was hard for me to actually get online and to even create like a profile and everything else. Actually, no, it wasn't actually that hard because before that, I did have a DS, and it was basically the same account. However, it was actually hard to get online on that day, mainly just because the servers got congested. This is probably due to the fact that there are fewer now, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are still going to try to get online and everything else on the holidays. And if you're a new player, it's going to be even more impossible, especially when due to current players are trying to get online, especially now since there's new lockdown rules and everything. All right. This one is a bit annoying because honestly, I've kind of experienced it, even though I guess I'm not a woman, but I've experienced it mainly due to the fact that when I'm playing PvP, I'm not the greatest player versus player, at any time. But I see this all the time. If you actually watch the video, I don't want to play it on here because I don't want to get banned from YouTube, but it's pretty disheartening, honestly, what they say to her, and it's kind of just stupid, honestly, at this point. Point of day, it's just there's no point to it. I'll leave the link, like I said, to this article. You're more than welcome to. I'll actually leave the link to this too if you want to watch it. But yeah, moving on. I almost don't want to read it because this is just giving them more power. I'm just gonna move. Okay. Twitch bans parent company's Prime Video account for showing. You can read it. Official Spanish Amazon Prime channel was banned from Twitch this week after comedian Henar Alvarez lifted up her shirt, exposing herself. I'm not going to say the word, okay? You can read it if you want to. This is the first time Prime Video España has been suspended from the platform. At least Twitch isn't playing favorites this time. Yeah, honestly. Let's keep going. All right, so this one is kind of interesting. So I read the article and I watched actually the video, corresponding video to this article. But basically, one of the players, one of the developers of Cyberpunk Cyberpunk, I can't talk apparently. Cyberpunk 2077 was going through and answering questions, which is kind of cool, honestly. And one of the players asked him, "Hey, how come there's no police chases or any kind of mechanics in this game like almost any other games in that same genre happen?" What he says to him when he answers him, the first half of the answer was kind of weird because he says, basically the question was, how come this open world game doesn't have a chase scene like all the other open worlds, but you have them? And the way he answered it was kind of odd. He said, Elden Ring doesn't have police chases, or Sonic open world doesn't have one, blah, blah, blah. But we know we're referencing GTA. We all know he's referencing GTA. But there's a lot more other games that actually do have that kind of mechanics. Similar mechanics, not necessarily the same exact. And he basically, I just feel like he had to bring up, he kind of try to spin it in some other way just to basically look like he won. But his other half of the answer sort of made sense, but at the same time still feel like it was a cop-out in my opinion. So he basically says that they didn't have enough time. The resources that they had available at the time, there weren't enough. And honestly, at the end of the day, when the way he answered it, I just felt like you didn't have to basically treat him or talk down to him. He could have basically just said that they couldn't do it, or even if he had to lie, he could have been like, "We didn't want to do that for this game. This isn't something that we want to do on this game," which is fine either way. But the way he kind of answered it with like Elden Ring and Sonic, I was like, bro, there's no car chases in Elden Ring to begin with. There's no chasing in Elden Ring to begin with. Anyway, not to my knowledge anyway. But yeah, it was just really kind of bad form, especially with a game like this to where it needs good PR, and now you're just kind of tarnishing it even more. I personally bought the collector's edition. I've been playing it, but the very few times on my PlayStation 5, by the way, I kept getting gray screened. The simple fact is this game still hasn't actually had the supposed patches to fix this game. It doesn't even have the new generation version for like PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One. It's still basically on the previous one. PC one's doing fine. That's good and all, but we're talking about like the next generation consoles. They haven't even gotten that one. At the end of the day, honestly, I think this answer was a horrible answer. He could have basically just said they didn't have the resources, they just didn't want to do it. But then the first half of the answer was just kind of, well, it sounded stupid, honestly, in my opinion. He made himself basically even more stupid. Maybe it's not his fault, honestly. I can't really say. He's just a developer. He's not a PR, but he could have basically just said that he doesn't have the answer for it. Honestly, at the end of the day, that would have probably fixed it. He's not the decision maker for it. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Like I said, I'll leave the link to each and every of these articles, videos on the description. You're more welcome to look at it. And when you, like I said, when you want to, please comment down. Let me know if I've done anything wrong. If I didn't report on something, let me know. I would love to basically talk about it. Again, if you're interested in joining my server on Discord, the link is on the description. You're more welcome to join in, bring in anybody else that you want. I have plenty of different LFGs on there. You're more than welcome to obviously suggest anything on there. I'll be more than happy to see if I can actually add that to the server. That being said, have a good day. That's the end of the video. Live long, stay geeky.